they plan to make history here this evening.
What's going on, everybody? This is the second time we've done this tonight, so it's probably going to seem real
boring
because we've already said the same shit because our fucking microphone wasn't on. So we did his college show, and we had the best show we've ever had this year.
Right. And
nobody gets to hear it.
We heard it, and we loved it.
We laughed our asses off.
And I wish I could laugh my ass off. But I can't. I gotta actually work it off.
So, this sucks. I'm serious. We had a great show.
We'll try and rehash some of our funny thoughts that we had.
We'll try to get our witty banner back on track. We'll make a concerted effort.
Yeah, and you know... No, it's a conservative effort.
What an idiot. He doesn't know the difference between conservative and concerted.
See, he said conservative effort last time, and we sat there for 4 minutes talking about how it's concerted
Prove it.
conservative.
Magic Mike's gay.
Justin! Oh, yeah, we talked
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell him about that, Jason. Mr. Magic Mike watcher.
Here's the whole story again. I watched Magic Mike. Big fucking deal. It's not gay. There was two dudes.
No, he said, I came home one day after work and it was on TV, so I sat here by myself and watched it while I jerked off all day.
Yeah, wow, I don't remember that part of the story, but...
Channing Tatum's hot.
The first scene of the movie is a guy banging two chicks. Not gay, I'm sorry. I didn't see any schlongs the whole time. That was a good movie. Fuck off. Another movie review. Number 2 for the year.
Yeah.
Too bad my movie reviews kick ass and my picks suck dick.
That's what I like about that Matthew McConaughey. I get older and he stays the same age.
Dazed and confused.
Thank you.
Alright.
Yeah. So anyways, he had a jerk fest watching Channing Tatum strip.
Yes, that's
and
what
Matthew McConaughey do whatever he did in the movie because I haven't seen it.
And then I think we ask, sorry to offend any of our gay viewers. And then we were like, hey, are you a gay viewer?
No, yeah, he did ask that.
And I said, go ahead and leave a comment. And then if you think somebody else is gay, leave a comment about them. Wow, see, great show second time, huh?
And then I said, post a comment if it's conservative effort or concerted, because I say it's concerted effort, but he was saying conservative.
And then,
he's been drinking.
I think we asked
I'm doing Diet Mountain Dew.
If there were any chicks that watched us, if you're single and hot, leave a message.
Did we ask that?
I think I did.
Yeah,
but we'll never fucking know because we had no sound. And I'm not even joking, it was our longest show of the year. It was like 25 minutes of just pure YouTube gold. That's all I got to say about that. These are the picks we agree on this week. We actually disagree on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I hope this is this
Do you really have to count every time we do the show? We disagree on 8 picks.
We only did the show 10 minutes ago.
One of them was last night's game, which I had Arizona.
Seahawks on fire right now.
Can't score a cheap touchdown at the end of the game, and he had Seattle. Because Arizona was 6-1 in their last 7 games at home against Seattle.
As this is scrolling up, I want to say... I did a Google Hangout for the first time ever. I'm not a virgin anymore when it comes to the Google Hangouts.
I think that's what brought up the Magic Mike.
I think that's did, because I think I said, I did a Google Hangout with a bunch of dudes.
Yeah, he did say that.
A bunch of 20-year-old dudes and a Canadian.
Hey.
But I actually had a really good time. I jumped on a little late. There was Gio from the Gio Noise
bet
channel.
You jumped on it.
Sean from Team Take'em. Justin, I think, from Bridgewater's Finest. Mir from Mole and Mears, and Chris who's the Hatbox Kid. Check out their YouTube channels. If I can figure out how to link that shit, I'll do it eventually. But I'm not really versed on all the YouTube hickamajiggies.
Did you get the guy from New York?
And Matt Stuke. He actually used to do channels. I think it's like channels the Neurotic Comic now. But it was actually really cool. While he was going to work. And we literally got a tour of New York. I think he hit a bus. He was in a train station. He got on a subway. It was pretty cool, actually, to watch this whole thing because it kept us entertained. But go ahead. Ask me what I learned when I did the video. Or when I did the Hangout.
What did you learn?
I learned that chest hair on YouTubers is cool. And there was something else. What did I say last time?
Why was that?
Yeah, you had to be there. Get a Google Plus account and join us. You'll know why. And also, we watched a bunch of chicks in a hot tub at one point. I didn't know where that was going, but we made it out alive. Let's go ahead and get this tomfoolery over with.
Yeah, you and your big words.
Yeah. First up, we got the Jets +4 at home against the Patriots. I like the Jets in this one. This seems like a little bit of a trap game maybe for the Patriots. That came off an exciting, thrilling win over the Saints, which kind of pissed me off a little bit. But I think the Jets defense keeps this one close enough, keeps it within a field goal, +4. Give me the Jets.
Who do the Patriots play next week?
They played last week is what I mean. Oh, who do they play next week?
Yeah, because normally you trap game between two big games. So how do you know it's a trap game?
Well, it's a trap game in the sense that they're coming off.
Who they play. No, I'm kidding.
It's a trap game in the sense that they came off a huge win. They're fucking feeling good about themselves. Tom Brady's got a set of nuts on him again, and I just think this is going to be a letdown. Oh, maybe it's a letdown.
He doesn't have a set of nuts on him.
I agree. He has a vagina. Him and Giselle scissor.
Well, that's great. Anyway, I might as well start drinking. I mean, we talked about that too from last weekend.
Yeah, we tried.
Anyways, so I'm taking New England here. They're giving 4 points. I think the first 5 or 6 games this year is when they were at the point to be had, and no one could do it except for one team. I think with Gronkowski coming back, he's starting to get a feel for the receivers. You got Tompkins, Dobson, Amendola. I mean, that guy is clutch on the sidelines. I mean, he really pumps them up
I think that
when they come off the field because he's never on it.
The Hatbox kid, I think, is from that area. It sounded like, and he's pissed at Amendola.
Oh, he's a great player when he's on the field for those 3 games a year. But I like New England here to cover 4. The way the Jets looked last week against Pittsburgh, no. Next game, we got San Diego going on the road to Jacksonville. San Diego's favored by 8 points. West Coast team going to the East, 12 o'clock game. Jacksonville has looked better the last 2 weeks. I mean, they've lost by less than 20 in both games. I mean, that's impressive. But
were you looking
honestly,
for reaction out of me on that one?
No, I'm just joking around. Honestly, though, ever since Justin Blackmon came back 2 games ago, he has put up great numbers, and it seems to have brought this offense to some sense of life. So, played well against Denver, lost by 16, which I know doesn't sound like he played well, but compared to how they were playing. San Diego, great game against Indy. I look for a little bit of a letdown here. I like Jacksonville at home to cover, probably not to win, but this might be one of the few games where they can sneak up and actually grab a win this year, so I'm taking Jacksonville to cover.
I got some breaking news. We've been taping for like an hour. Like I said, you're only seeing part of this. Breaking news: Justin Blackmon questionable with a hamstring.
What?
Yeah, came on like while you were doing your video. I was going I'm just going to spring it on him.
He's gonna play.
Oh,
he's going to play.
Oh, screw that. Give me the Chargers. Jacksonville blew their wad last week in losing by 16 points last week. I really like what Philip Rivers is doing. The change of coaching, I think, has done him good. Give me the Bengals. Give me the Chargers -8.
Justin Blackmon last week is like Jason watching Magic Mike. They both blew their wad.
Magic Mike's a good fucking movie. Watch it if you haven't watched it. It's not gay. Next up, we have the Dolphins hosting the Bills. The Bills actually look really good in a loss, I think. Well, you know what? Didn't they covered late. Mm-hmm. But, they've had another week under their new quarterback,
Thad Lewis, but didn't he get hurt?
Thaddeus.
He was hurt.
E.J. Manuel's not playing. I know that. Oh,
yeah.
And they signed Green Bay to the Raiders. Matt Flynn. They signed Matt Flynn. But go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and take the...
you took the Dolphins.
Dolphins. The 2-week layoff is going to help them out here. Bills will have a little bit of trouble on the road there. -7.5. Give me the Dolphins.
I'm taking Buffalo here. For some reason, it seems like Buffalo has a decent running game when they play Miami. I think Fred Jackson last time had a really good game against them. I know Miami's had the week off. I expect Miami to win this game. I just don't see them running away with it. It's possible. Anything's possible. But I like Buffalo here to at least cover 7.5 on the road.
Yeah, the durability of Spiller and Jackson scares me a little bit.
Yeah. Next game, we've got Chicago Bears going on the road playing at Washington. I think we were both a little surprised. Washington's favored by 1 point. I know that as I did my research on this, hours and hours of going through game film and all that, the one thing that stood out for me is that I would probably take Chicago almost every time with this type of point spread against Washington, except for the fact that the Chicago Bears secondary, I know Tillman, they've got some injuries. it's not playing. That defense, which has carried this team for the last couple years, is not at that point right now to do that. I think Washington can get some big gains on this team. Chicago's going to score some points because Washington defense is not great, but Washington is at home. I like Washington to cover the 1 point here.
Even with DeMarco Murray getting hurt early in that game, he had that early touchdown, was running like a beast against the Redskins. They still had trouble stopping the Dallas offense last week. I really think the Bears could have a similar type offense with Brandon Marshall and their little running back.
Matt Forte. Alshon Jeffrey.
I really think the Bears are going to be able to
Martellus
move the
Bennett.
ball. Really? Got any more?
Jay Cutler.
Okay. Keep going.
That one guy from...
Nope, one guy does not a name.
one guy from Vanderbilt. What's his name? He played with Cutler. Well, I don't know if he played with him, but he was on the football team with him. I don't remember his name now. 80.
Are you done?
Something. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Are you done?
Are
you done? Is that Kevin? What is that little comic, that black guy?
Huh?
There's I see this thing, and that was
Webster?
this. No. Kevin Hart. He has that
Oh.
promo for that movie. He's like,
You said the little guy.
Are you
right?
done? That's not funny.
Gary Coleman?
Am I missing something there? But I really think the Bears are going to be able to move the ball on the Redskins. They keep RG3 in the pocket, and I don't think he's going to be able to get it done. He did make a little bit of an effort to move last week against Dallas, which I think is encouraging, but I really think the Bears keep him in the pocket and win this game outright, even though they're a 1-point underdog. Next up, we have the Cowboys coming off their impressive win against the Redskins, and the Eagles coming off a win over the Buccaneers. And with Foles as quarterback, looking probably more like a college team last week. It was weird than with Vic. The Eagles are favored by 2.5, but go ahead and give me the Cowboys. I don't think the Eagles are going to be able to stop the banged-up Cowboys offense. I really think Tony Romo's... I've wavered on him in the past. I really think he actually is an above-average quarterback. You have a big stud receiver. Their little white guy that they got, number 11, for Dallas, seems to be an Amendola, Welker, every little white guy. Yeah.
Wannabe.
And so I really think they're going to still be able to move the ball even with the rookie running back. So go ahead and give me the Cowboys plus 2.5 on the road.
Yeah, I'm taking Philadelphia here. DeMarco Murray's out. You got Joseph Randle at running back. This will be his first start, I guess. He, 12 carries, 17 yards, something like that last week. Nothing to write home about. Obviously, everyone knows Dallas can throw the ball. Obviously, everyone knows Tony Romo can blow the game at the end. Puts up great stats and somehow makes one mistake and just it seems like over and over again. Philadelphia, Nick Foles, 4 touchdowns last week. You got McCoy. They're starting to work into Deshaun Jackson a little bit. At home, I like Philadelphia to cover here and to beat Dallas. No DeMarco Ware.
That was kind of, as you were talking, I was kind of thinking about that. I was like, look for him to maybe try and play and pull some superhuman thing.
I think they said 4 weeks on that one. So
he's a man.
Yeah, well, I'm a man too. But, well, that's what they say. Next game, we always disagree on this one. We've got the St. Louis Rams going on the road to Carolina. Carolina's favored by 6.5 points. I like the Rams on the road. Last 2 games, granted one was Jacksonville, but to go to Houston, beat them 38-13. Obviously, Houston has a lot of issues right now, and I think we were able to kind of just compound what other teams have been doing the weeks before. But I like the defense, the way the St. Louis Rams defense is playing. They got a defensive touchdown. They got a special teams touchdown. Offense concerns me. Not getting a lot of production there, but they haven't had to. But I think this game they're going to have some type of production. Carolina played really well last week, but I look for St. Louis to go in and keep this game close. Maybe win, but at least cover 6.5 on the road.
This is the Rams' attempt at 3 in a row. They beat Jacksonville at home, and I'm not going to lie, it was a blowout loss, but it was one of the ugliest games I've ever seen. They beat the Texans on the road, and I don't care who you're playing, you beat a team on the road. That's a good thing. And they actually won fairly handedly. But I don't like this matchup. You've got a 2-headed running monster coming out with Cam Newton and D'Angelo. Is he still there? And so the Rams cannot stop the run. Even in that loss last week, Arian Foster still had 100 yards at halftime, and unfortunately what had happened was that the turnovers and stuff like that put the Rams in good position to score and get ahead early kept them from that run game. I'm afraid this one's going to get away from the Rams, and they're going to have to go back to their Sam Bradford throwing 50 times. And when you have that happen, you're not going to win any games. You've got an undersized first-round pick as a wide receiver, and the rest of the guys are average at their best. Give me the Panthers -6.5, and I really think this one could get ugly.
Well, you know, the one thing you have to think about, though, when the Rams did this draft and they went into this year with the weapons they had, they really thought they were going to be more of a wide-open passing offense.
And they reverted.
And they saw right away that it wasn't working, and so they've now reverted back to a run-dominant
with
offense.
Zach Stacy, who couldn't dress 3 weeks ago.
And they're more productive now. Now you just got to find a way to work in those pieces into the scheme of the offense. So,
and next up, we were going to do Ravens and Steelers, but I changed my pick because Brian never misses the Ravens. I had the Ravens,
and I have the Steelers.
So I switched my pick to the Steelers.
And it's just because it's at home. It seems this is always a 3-point game, one way or the other. After looking at last week with Pittsburgh on the road at the Jets. They had that bye week to kind of get regrouped. I don't think they can afford to go 1-5 here, so I like the Pittsburgh at home. So therefore, he's taking.
Yeah. So you guys missed one hell of a show that we did about a half hour ago. Mm-hmm. It was awesome. It was Geo Knows award-winning worthy.
Yeah.
And then next up we had the Colts and Broncos, and I switched mine again. I went back to the Broncos because Jim Irsay, the Colts owner, said.
Something about how they expected more out of the time that Manning was there. And after hearing what he said, and then Manning has no response to it, I feel like Manning's response is going to be on the field with like a 6-touchdown day and kind of a to you or say.
You do not piss off the best quarterback in the league. Period.
Well, they're not playing Tony Romo.
Tony Romo's a good quarterback.
They're not playing Drew Brees.
Kind of like Magic Mike is a good movie. Not gay. I don't think I saw one schlong. If you see a schlong, it's gay. Did not see a schlong. Not gay.
You say you got that quote from Kevin Hart. I think you got it from the movie. Are you done yet? Are you?
Our suicide pick of the week. I know on the Google Hangout I was all over the Chiefs, and that was if TJ Yates started. Well, TJ Yates is not starting. They're having Case Keenum, the stud from Houston. Broke 1 million records. Kind of afraid of a little Hoyer effect for Cleveland, where he came in and kind of gave them a boost. So we're going to stay away from that game. And that leaves us with our suicide pick of the week.
Go, Pat, go! Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I burped. Go, Pat, go!
We're taking the Packers.
Good Lord, that tasted awful.
Packers, you're my boy.
As we get out of here, we do have a Twitter account. We kind of hijacked it from my son. He had one, and then he was like, Twitter sucks. And we kind of had it, and I just changed it over to us. So B Daddy J Productions has a Twitter. It's at STL Jason Lee. That's STL Jason Lee, Lee. And don't forget about Brian's videos. They usually go up right before this. It's his college picks. We usually get them up about a day before, so you get about 12 hours to watch them before the games hit. So you can get up, check it out. It's only about a 3 or 4 minute video. Make some money. But that's all we got this week, and I'm telling you, the second show, not as good as the first one. First one, award-winning.
Yeah, completely off the top of the head. It's fine by the seat of our pants on that one.
I'm going to critique it.
Dude, half the shit you say on this show doesn't need to be added, but we air it.
That's because I'm the editor.
No, boy. Yeah, just so you know, whenever you send something and you get a response on Twitter, it's this ass, not me. I've never used it, know nothing about it.
But
so whatever comes off of there, hey, go see Magic Mike. It's the best movie ever. It's him, not me.
But we're going to get him on Google Plus so he can join us on these hangouts. A bunch of 20-year-old guys and a couple 40-year-old men. Hot. Mambla. Is that Mambla?
I don't know.
Whatever. We'll see you guys next week. Go Cardinals, go Rams, go Blues, go Missouri.
Tigers.
Anybody else?
No, that's pretty much everyone.
Go Magic Mike.